Now, the issue as of late has been, where has the money come from that pays into this program? Nothing comes free, right? And when times are good and you have high employment and you have a lot of hours, you have a good amount of dues coming in. That's simple math.
Yeah.
Now, how we save money in the future and how we spend the money when times are good has a lot to do with what you have in reserves when times are low, and times have been low for quite a while now. So we've been choked with income for that program.
So
but somehow we still have money in that program. Where's that money coming from?
Where's that money coming from?
Money's coming from investments. Investments that Local 46 made many years ago that have increased in value. And when we started selling off those investments, the market was tanking. This was during COVID, after COVID. And basically from 2020 to 2025, we just saw a major dip in hours that we've been winning. That means less money coming in, less effective on market recovery. And the selling off of investments has been so high that I'm curious what's left. I'm curious what is left in our investments because they've been sold off at high rates to fund that program.
Very high rates.
Very high rates. And in some cases, sold off to be used for something, but maybe not necessarily used for that thing. Okay?
Right. So money that was invested and money that's making money, right?
Money that's making money. That's what market recovery does. Takes money and it multiplies it.
Well, our investments were money that's making money, right? Was sold off, and then we're, and if it is being used for good reason, and putting people to work, then I'm all for it. That's what those reserves are for. But we had a tool in our bylaws, so with less hours coming in, less workers, less members working, we have less contributions to the org fund. So we have a tool in our bylaws that covers that. If we go over 15% unemployment, we put in an extra 0.5% dues, organizing dues, and that's built into our bylaws, and that was supposed to be instituted in July of 2023. It was a 15% threshold
that threshold had been tracked for many, many years, monthly.
Yeah.
Can't recall what month and what year we went over, but we went over and it was ignored.
March and April of 2023, and then we dipped back into the 14s in May and June, and then July till present, we've been over.
It's been locked in for quite a while.
Into the 20s.
Yeah.
So, and we had a business manager election in July of 2023, and I think that was not instituted because it might impact the election.
There would have been a political, falling on the political sword.
Yeah.
Jim Tosh fell on the political sword when he adjusted the pension. Thank goodness he adjusted the pension the way he did, because look at what we're sitting on now, a fully funded pension.
Exactly.
Okay.
Sometimes you got to do the hard things.
Sometimes you have to do what's right.
Yeah.
That's not what's happening now. That hasn't what's been happening the past 6 years. Okay. From day one, what I saw was, what can I do to keep my job? From day one.
Yeah.
So.